It's a gorgeous day here in Grand Island, and we're going to continue in Psalm 103 where we left off last time at verse 15. These verses lay out in front of us two different realities that we experience and that are certainly being felt right now in our current circumstances. And so we pick it up at verse 15. As for man, his days are like grass. He flourishes like a flower of the field. For the wind passes over it, and it is gone, and its place knows it no more. You can probably tell behind me that the grass is really starting to green up, that the flowers are appearing on the plants, and that leaves are showing up on trees. It's a beautiful time of the year, this time of spring. It's a reflection of what Psalm 103 describes about our lives, that for a while they green up, that they flower. But soon enough, the wind comes through, and almost just as soon as we enter this world, we pass away from it, and the earth knows us no more. That's a harsh reality of our lives. You know, one of the things that we've been hearing recently is that we're all going to make it through this pandemic together. But a harsh reality is that we're not all going to make it through. As of today, more than 212,000 people have died around the world from COVID-19. More than 57,000 people have passed away in the United States. In Nebraska, 56 people have passed away. And in our Hall County, 20 people have died from this disease. The harsh reality is that not all of us are going to make it through. And many families and friends are going to be left grieving long after this season passes us by. That is a harsh reality. But it gives way to an even greater reality that we hear about beginning in verse 17 of Psalm 103. But the steadfast love of the Lord is from everlasting to everlasting on those who fear him, and his righteousness to children's children, to those who keep his covenant and remember to do his commandments. The Lord has established his throne in the heavens, and his kingdom rules over all. In contrast to our brief lives that are at times cut way too short, is the steadfast love of the Lord towards us, which lasts from everlasting to everlasting, which means that before the day that you were even conceived, God was beginning to show his steadfast love toward you. And long after the day when you die, God will continue to show his steadfast love toward you, because our Lord is the God of life, who gives us everlasting life in him. This steadfast love is for those who fear him, for those who trust him. It's for those who keep his covenant, who have faith in him, and for those who remember to do his commandments, which means this, that those whose lives are lost in the everlasting steadfast love of the Lord spend the number of their days, no matter how short, no matter how brief, in this way. They serve and love the people, those whom God has given to them.